up anymore. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again. Another vlog. And I'm in public, so I'm sure I'm getting stared at. That's okay. Everything will be fine. But I'm here at Tees with the man, Mr. Matt Kido. You guys probably know him as GokuFlex. We're actually at Tees right now. We're getting some breakfast. We both got the same things. These are fit and trim omelets because I need to get on that jacked and plantain, and I need to get fit and or trim. But we're going to eat here, and then we're going to actually go and hit some squats in a little bit, which you guys will see. So we'll do that, but I'm really hungry. I could be borderline hangry, if you know what I'm saying, and that's it. We're going to eat and then go train, so we'll see you in a little bit. Back in the gym. Beard is gone since the last video. I know, it's very sad. However, it's okay, it'll grow back. Up here? Not so much, but we're here with Matt, as you guys saw before. And one of the things that Matt and I were talking about earlier were the fact how sometimes what I say on YouTube can get misconstrued. So for example, when I talk about my opinion on certain things like clothing, for example, black shirts with gold lettering, which you could see right there, that, my friends, is strictly my opinion. And just because someone else's opinion differs than mine does not mean that it is not okay. Although I will say, out of all the black and gold shirts that I've seen on the YouTubes, I do really prefer that Saiyan Army joint over there. That's pretty nice, I gotta say. You guys know already that I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball. Matt is too, obviously, if you haven't noticed his channel name by now, which of course you will find in the description box below. Nice plugging skills, I know. And that's not the first time I've been told I have nice plugging skills. But we're here in the gym. We're gonna do some squats today. We have not yet taken pre-workout. You guys saw our breakfast, which was probably about an hour ago now. But that's not enough. I'm collabing with another YouTuber, so there are going to be monsters involved. There might be candy involved, and there's probably going to be some really light weights lifted, and I think we might be filming a tutorial on front squats with Matt, because the guy is a beast, and me and my little limp wrists, who are not good at front squatting, would never do that to you. So I think we're gonna get Matt to do some of that, but it should be fun overall. I'm gonna try to leave the camera rolling during some of these clips that you can hear us talking shit, but I'll have to edit out all the parts where I talk about other YouTubers, because if you want that, my friends, you have to come and visit me in Rhode Island, and things can happen, magical things. So let's just get to lifting, I guess. All right. Matt's over here mixing up the medicine.
All them drugs and stuff.
So Matt's actually, I believe, recently sponsored by Man Sports.
Yes, sir.
You guys know myself. I wouldn't say I'm sponsored, although Citadel Nutrition takes care of me really good. And one of the things I did too is I gave him, even though he's sponsored by another company, that's probably why the labels turn around. That's Citadel's Nutrition. That's the, oh, you guys are all zoomed up in my face too. I'm sorry. But that's the Citadel Nutrition Tier 1 Plus with a little bit more caffeine. And I'm trying some of his Man Sports stuff today. I don't think either of us will ever be swayed either way. Citadel is my jam. I'm sure Man Sports is Matt's jam. But sometimes when you're two mans jamming out together, you gotta mix it all up. It sounds really weird, which probably is about right for this channel. This video's gotten off to a terrible start. I apologize already, but let's just get to the lifting because that's really what you want to see. At least I hope it is. Huh. All right, we'll cut it. Yeah, I actually heard that squatting that deep is bad for your knees. That's why I don't do it. You also don't want your knees out in front of your toes. So my suggestion to you guys is cut depth as high as possible. So don't go too deep and don't have your knees go anywhere. So basically just a little bit of maybe a quarter of a squat. I think that will give you the best results overall.
Alright, what's up YouTube? My name is Matt Kido, also known as GokuFlex, and today we're going to go through a front squat tutorial for you guys. Now, the reason I like doing front squats is because when I was 16 years old, I ended up getting a bulging disc, and I've been dealing with lower back issues for the past 10 years, or pretty much ever since then. So I noticed front squats take a lot of the pressure off your lower back, which is why I really love them. So today we're going to go through some tips and show you guys how to get a little bit better at them, or teach you guys how to do them. Alright, so first off we're going to talk about grip. Now, how wide or narrow you grip is totally dependent on you, however your mobility allows you to go. For me, I like to grip a little bit more narrow. I grip around 1 inch from the rings or the front of the bar. And what a key thing I like to do is I like to spread my fingers and keep them loose. I know it's too much people grab the bar and grip it tight, and in turn they're pushing the bar away from them as they squat. So what you want to do is you want to make sure the fingers are nice and loose and kind of let them rest. See how they're pushing the bar back into my anterior delt? Now how many fingers you use is totally dependent on you as well. If you got awesome mobility, you're gonna 4-finger fist the bar, as Brandon would say. Or you can go 3 fingers, 2 fingers. I do not suggest fingering the bar either, alright? So, and if you don't have the mobility to do any of the Olympic style grip, then you can totally do it I Dream a Genie style.
Vision.
And just kind of bring it over the top and use your hands. For me, as personally, it doesn't feel good when I do it that way. And I have the mobility to do 3 fingers, so that's the reason I do it that way. So how to get the wrist mobility to do the Olympic style grip. Now, I don't really stretch too much. I do one stretch, and that is this one, where you bring your palm down. I use my opposite hand to smash my hand down, and I kind of go left to right, stretching out my forearm. I do that on both sides. Outside of that, what I noticed is just a lot of front squatting really just helps loosen up your grip. You just keep on practicing. At first, it's not gonna feel good, but you just gotta keep on practicing, keep on practicing. Your wrists are gonna loosen up eventually. Other things that might be tight on your body that won't allow you to get into the position will be your triceps, your lats, and your wrist. So all those, you wanna make sure that you loosen up and you stretch a lot.
Another tip is to stay upright. Keep your upper back and lats tight. If you're new to front squatting, you'll feel them tomorrow as they're huge stabilizer muscles. Knee travel over your toes is completely fine and normal. Just make sure the bar stays over the center of your foot. Keep your head up and keep your elbows up. Because of the core engagement from front squatting and the anterior loading of the weight, I noticed a huge carryover into my overhead press, which in my opinion helped me hit my 225-pound overhead press, which was my goal last year.
Come on. Good. All right, so let me throw a little bit of voiceover in here for you again. Big thanks to Matt for coming down and training with me. Always fun to train with other people, especially when it's someone that I've been corresponding with online for quite some time. So this is like our pen pal kind of deal. Things got real close and real personal, as you guys will see in a couple of these other clips. But for me personally, what I did this day was just my volume squat day. Again, transitioning to high bar on this still feels awkward as fuck, but I got a lot of reps in, which is all that really matters. Trying to remain tight, trying to even bring my stance in a little bit and force my knees forward, as opposed to doing this more like a low bar squat. So I still got a ways to go, but the good thing is again, with these volume blocks, because you're forced to do so much actual overall volume, you will get better at it. And here I'm showing you a side angle just to make sure that I am hitting depth, because every other angle doesn't even look like it. That feel when you're not even the most aesthetic guy on your own channel. This is why I cannot collab with people, because they lift more than I do, they look better than I do, and gosh darn it, they're better than I am. So after that volume block was an 8x3 with 325, so roughly 60% of my 1 rep max, we moved on to a 4x5 of somewhat paused reps. Some of these look like more of a pause than others, but basically just enough pause to stop the momentum. Not that I really use that rebound effect anyways, but these are great for really finding your most powerful position. Doing some paused squats. Alright, so it's a little behind the scenes action. What we're actually going to do is we're going to create the perfect YouTube thumbnail. And because it's the perfect YouTube thumbnail, you have to have someone aesthetic in it. Now for me, personally, normally what I do is I'll go on Google Images and I'll steal some shit because I myself am not aesthetic enough to be in my own thumbnails. However, Matt is, so we're gonna go ahead and do this, but I wanna do a video vlog of it too, to include in the actual video, just so you can see how awkward this is, yet at the same time, the results are definitely satisfying. So we'll get to it, and it's gonna be a little awkward and get a little weird for a second. I might get banned from my gym forever, but that's all right. Sometimes you gotta do it.
Let's do it. You gonna do a video?
Yep, and we'll just do a still.
Yeah. Looks like this, or?
You're already more aesthetic than I've ever been in my whole life. I feel like I'm watching an August video right now.
I can get under it. Whoa, the weight's not even.
You want to fix it?
Do you think it'd be better with me carrying it, or just right here?
It's up to you. I mean, that's...
How's the lighting?
So remember when I said it was going to get awkward? I feel pretty weird right now. I think the light is good. I think we'll have something from that.
How about this?
Yeah, and of course we can always filter the shit out of it anyway. So we'll see what we can work with. If not, we won't use it.
Alright, cool.
Make sure my head's in it. Alright, so we're back, and of course, we're at Gansett Wraps, where we always go, and I have a buffalo chicken sub, and we have Matt Kido here as well.
His chicken kebab.
His first time chicken kebab. Looks pretty good. You guys know I always show this place in my videos. It's in Narragansett, best sandwich place in South County, Rhode Island, so make sure you come by here if you're ever here. Or if you come train with me, for the most part, I almost always will take you here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Alright, cut it, because I'm hungry.